Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to interface push buttons to our Node MCU. Let's get started. So these are the generally available push buttons in the market, and we are just going to interface these kinds of push buttons to our Node MCU digital lines. So initially let's try to understand what is a button. So buttons are normally a contact which will make the two terminals come in contact when you press the button, and when you release the button it will make those two terminals go out of contact. That is, you can see when I press this button, this contact over here is making these two contacts available over in the left and right come in contact with each other, and when I release this button, these two contacts, one on the left and one on the right, are out of contact with each other. So this is just a contact with two terminals which will make the other two terminals come in contact and go out of contact. So that is a simple explanation for a button, and let's try to understand this simulation. So here you can see initially I am having a 0-volt signal on the left terminal, and here we are having a logic analyzer which will analyze the kind of signal, and when I press this button, you can see the right side terminal is having the value 0 because we have provided a 0-volt signal on the left side terminal. So when I press the button, the left side terminal comes in contact with the right side terminal so that it receives 0-volt signal, and when I make this left side terminal high, I receive a high signal in the right side terminal, and when I release this button now, you can see this high signal in the left side terminal is out of contact with the right side terminal right over here. So here for interfacing this button we are having two more methods. You can use any one of the method for interfacing these kinds of push buttons to our Node MCU. So the first method is pull up logic and the second method is pull down logic. So let's try to understand each of these methods separately, and you can use any one of the method for interfacing these buttons to Node MCU or any microcontroller. Now let's try to understand this pull up logic. So in this pull up logic you can see one of the terminals of the button is connected to ground, and other end of the button terminal is connected to a microcontroller pin, that is the Node MCU pin, and the same terminal end of the Node MCU is provided with a 10 kilo ohms resistor along with the 3.3 volt signal, that is the power source right over here. So initially what happens is when the button is not pressed, this current will be flowing in this direction and it will reach the Node MCU GPIO pin. So the Node MCU GPIO pin will be having a high state when the button is not pressed, and when I press this button, the resistance of this path will be much reduced, so that the current that is flowing from here to here initially now flows from here to this ground, making this GPIO pin low. So when I press this button, the GPIO of the Node MCU will be in low state, and when I release this button, the resistance of this path increases, so the current will be flowing in this direction, making the GPIO of the Node MCU high. So when I press this button, the GPIO becomes low in pull up logic, and when I release this button, the GPIO becomes high. So this is the logic interchange of pull up logic, and let's try to understand the pull down logic. So pull down is the vice versa concept of pull up logic. Here you can see one of the terminals of the button is connected to 3.3 volt signal, and other end of the button is connected to the GPIO, and the same end is connected to the ground through 10 kilo ohms resistor. And since this resistor is pulling this line to low, this resistor is named as pull down resistor, and in pull up logic, since this resistor is pulling this line over here to high through this power source, this resistor is named as pull up resistor. So this is pull up resistor and this is pull down resistor as named as the logic that we are following. And now you can see initially this line over here is pulled to the ground, and now you can see in this pull down logic initially the button is not pressed and it is in released state. So this line over here is pulled to the ground, since because of that the GPIO is having the low signal. And when I press this button, the GPIO becomes high because the current will flow from here to here directly, because this 10 kilo ohms is a high resistance when compared to this one. The current will flow from here to here directly, making the GPIO of the node MCU high. And when I release this button, the excess current that is available here will be neutralized in this ground, making the GPIO pin low. So in this pull down logic, when I press the button, I receive a high signal in the GPIO, and when I release the button, I receive a zero signal. So pull down means when you press the button, we get high signal, and when we release the button, we get low signal. Pull up means initially we will be having a high signal, and when we press the button, we get a low signal, and when we release the button, we get a high signal. So this is the logic. So we will be using this pull up logic only for interfacing this button, and let's try to write a program for interfacing this push button with our node MCU. I'm opening the Arduino IDE. So I'm just going to use the same pin mode function for configuring the pins as inputs and outputs. So inside the void setup, I'm just going to configure D1 as the output, to which we connected and demonstrated LED in the last lecture, right? So I'm just going to use the same LED that I connected in the previous lecture, LED pin as output. And nextly, I'm just going to configure D2 as input. And here I am just going to enable the internal pull-up resistor available in my node MCU. So regarding the pull-up logic, we discussed this is a pull-up circuit, right? So this pull-up circuit is already available in the internal circuitry of node MCU, and that can be enabled through programming. So that can be done by writing input underscore pull-up. So this statement will configure the D2 as input with internal pull-up enabled. So we need not connect these pull-up resistor in the hardware in our breadboard for demonstrating. We just want to connect this button. So one end of the button I will be connecting it to ground, and other end of the button I will be directly connecting it to D2 of my node MCU. So similarly, you can see we are having a 4 terminals in this push button. You may have one question that here we are having only 2 terminals and here we are having 4 terminals. So the concept is simple. These 2 terminals right over here are commonly sorted, and these 2 terminals are commonly sorted. So here also this push button is also having only 2 terminals, but each of the terminals is having 2 terminals. So these 2 pins are one contact terminal on the left, and these 2 pins are the one contact terminals on the right. So we will use only either one of these 2 terminals and one of either these 2 terminals. So we will not be using all the 4 terminals. Instead, we will be using only this and this terminals as the primary contact, since the push button is having only 2 contacts. So coming inside the void loop, let's try to write the program. So I'm just going to use a variable called button state. I'm declaring this button state right over here, and as I said, I'm just going to use the digital read for reading the status of the D2. So we discussed that these are the digital library functions, right? So we have already used these 2 in the previous lecture of LED blink, and we are just going to use this digital read now. So this receives only one parameter, that is the pin number which you want to read, and this returns the state of the pin, either high or low. And I'm just going to write a if condition. If the button state variable is having the low state, that is if button is pressed I will turn on the LED which is connected to D1. So I will make the D1 pin low for turning on the LED, and else if it is not low, I will turn off the LED. So we know that our LED is configured in syncing format. So for turning on the LED, I just want to make the D1 pin low. So if the button is pressed, I will receive a low signal right over here in the pull-up logic, right? So when I press the button, I will receive a low signal in the D2 pin, and if it is low, I will turn on the LED by making the D1 pin low. So we know that our LED is also in syncing and our logic is also pull up. So if it is becoming low, I will make the LED pin low for glowing the LED. And if it is high, that means if the button is not pressed, I will have a high signal in the GPIO of the node MCU, and if it is high, I will make the D1 pin high. So D1 pin high means the LED will be turned off, and D1 pin low means the LED will be turned on. And for now we will be making the D1 pin high for turning off the LED. So that is done over here. So when the button is pressed, I will be having a low signal in the pull-up circuit. So I will make the D1 pin low for turning on the LED in syncing mode. And if it is not low, or if the button is not pressed, or if it is having a high state in the button pin as per the pull-up logic, I will turn off the LED by giving a high signal in the D1 LED pin. So that's all about the circuit. So as per this program, when you press the button, the LED will be glowing, and when you release the button, the LED will be turned off. This is the logic. So this is monitored continuously, and the LED will be turned on and turned off based on the state of the button. So I hope you understood this program. Now I'm just connecting my Node MCU prototyping board to the USB port of the PC, and I'm uploading the sketch to the Node MCU by clicking on this icon. And now you can see the program has been successfully uploaded to the Node MCU. Now you can see I have already connected my Node MCU and a push button in the breadboard. Now this is one of the terminals of the push button, and this one is the another terminal. So these lines are commonly sorted to this terminal, and these lines are commonly sorted for this terminal. And similarly, this is connected to this terminal, and this one is connected to this terminal. So you can use either this for this terminal or this line for this terminal, and these lines for this terminal, or you can use these lines. And as per the circuit, we are just going to connect one of the terminals of the push button directly to the digital pin of the Node MCU, that is D2 pin. So I'm just doing that first. You can see I'm just connecting the one of the push button terminal to the D2 of the Node MCU. So I have made the connection, and other end of the push button I will be connecting it to the ground of Node MCU. So I'm just connecting this other end to the ground of Node MCU, to any ground available in the Node MCU. Here you can see I'm having a ground over here near the 3.3 volt. I'm connecting other end of the push button to the ground of Node MCU. And then regarding the LED connections, we are just going to power up the anode of the LED, and we are going to connect the cathode of the LED to the D1 pin of the Node MCU, that is the digital pin 1 of Node MCU. So I'm just going to use this 220 ohms resistor along with the anode of the LED. So here is a 3.3 volt signal right over here. So I'm just going to connect this 3.3 volt to a resistor, and now you can see these rails over here are interconnected until the fifth segment. So until here these lines are interconnected, and it is having a connection to this 3.3 volt available in the node MCU through a 220 ohms resistor. And here is the LED. You can see this longer leg is the anode and this one is the cathode. So this bent leg is the cathode. So I just want to connect this shorter leg or the cathode of the LED to the D1 of the node MCU. So I'm just connecting that. And regarding the anode, I'm just going to connect to one of these segments available over here. And that's it. You can see the anode is connected to the 220 ohms resistor and the cathode is connected to D1 of the node MCU. And that's all about the connections. I'm just going to power up this node MCU with the USB cable. And this is the output that I got in the hardware. When I press the button, the LED will be turned on, and when I release the button, the LED will be turned off. See you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.